Hey kids, and by kids I mean people that are probably the exact same age as me. Hello, it's Catherine. If you don't know my name because you've never seen my videos before, my name is Catherine. My internet alias is Katherout, so you can find me on all social media platforms with that handle. I used to make videos about college life at USC. Now I'm graduated, I have a real job in the real world along with YouTube, and I try to talk about it and I try my best to help those of you. I try to show it, I just try my best, period, to make videos. It's hard with a 9-to-5 job. I wanted to come on here because I have some life updates. Number one, I went to Aruba last week for my company's annual shutdown. Every year they give us a week off. Like literally no one in the company works, laptops down, keyboards down, no one is allowed to be working or emailing. You just get those days off over the 4th of July. And so I took the time to go to Aruba with my friends. I did not vlog, but photos are on my Instagram at Katherout if you want to see those. I highly recommend vacations. You don't have to go as far as Aruba, but just go to a beach near you. I find that my best realizations and awakenings and life moments happen on beaches. Last year I went to Hawaii. That vacation I rethought a lot of my relationships. This time I rethought my comfort zone. You can see the title of the video. I am moving out. I live with my parents currently, my childhood home, the same bedroom you see me film in for the beginning, like 7 years of my YouTube channel. I feel like a lot of you didn't even know that, but I made a video on that maybe a year and a half ago. I'll have that link down below if you want to hear more about my life at home and the decision to live at home, but obviously it was a financial one. Despite having YouTube and a full-time job, it is financially difficult to live here in the Bay Area, and I love the Bay Area. I love living here. I work in San Francisco, and so I'm commuting like 45 to an hour every single day to get up there, and it really holds me back from planting myself in that new social environment. I'm so in my comfort zone right now. I know exactly what grocery stores I like here. I know exactly which parks are the move. I know I don't even have to use my GPS. I think the fact that I don't have to use the GPS here is symbolic enough for how just in my element I am, and there's something to be said for that. The reason that I moved home was because graduating from college is a huge swing in your whole life, your social life, your love life, your educational life, your work life, your family. Like it literally pivots everything for you because you kind of shift to go into college, and that transition isn't a horrible one, but it is difficult. And then shifting into the real world, it is just like against everything you're used to, against a school schedule, against doing homework for yourself. Now you're doing work for a company, for your bosses. All that is to say that I felt like I needed to be in my comfort zone right out of college, so that I was in some place that was familiar. I had a set group of friends here from high school that I could hang out with. I was able to adjust to this crazy like working world life with a familiar environment that I wasn't shocked by. I am so proud of my many friends that graduate from college and get flung to the corners of the continent and have no friends there, have no idea where to live, don't know the neighborhoods, don't know anything. And that is just so respectable to me. That is something that I want to do so badly, and I think I've articulated pretty well that I want to move to Seattle someday. If you watch that vlog, which I'll always have it plugged down below if you want to watch more content, because I know I don't make that much, so you really have to rewatch the stuff that I do have on this channel. Yeah, so I would love to move to Seattle. I have exactly one friend there, so it would be a brand new start for me. Still West Coast, so I have that familiarity, but it's a whole new environment. But the Seattle move is just not in the cards for right now, and I'm fine with that, but it's not stopping me from wanting to leap out of my comfort zone and just move somewhere new. So I am moving to San Francisco. Obvious one there, like ding ding ding, makes too much sense. But it is still a stretch for me. Like I've lived in a big city before. I lived in LA, and I just kind of had a bad taste in my mouth by the end of it. I wasn't sure I was cut out for LA life, LA city life. I'm thinking SF city life will be different, be better, but I don't know. And I want to test myself. I want to have to use the GPS again. I want to explore new areas I've never been to, and I ultimately just think I'm too comfortable right now. Like, do you ever get that point where you just feel like you're in autopilot, you know what you're doing, and you're just not growing? Because once you feel that, you kind of, and maybe some of us are fine in that mode, and it's nice to be in that for a while, but I've been home for 2 years now. I started my job July 31st of 2017, so I'm like right around my 2-year anniversary here, and I'm just now at the point where, dang, like I need to surge out of this, One big kicker was that the beginning of this year I was applying for promotions, and I got the one that I applied for, which was so exciting. Wasn't sure if I was going to talk about this on the channel just because I felt like it was a little bit like, but Katie Bellotti just plugged her promotion, and it felt awesome to like watch someone that I've seen for years get this very visible sign that they're doing well in their career, because we don't really have any idea of how other people are doing in their careers. So I got promoted, which is so amazing. I'm very grateful because I did feel like I had learned 95% of what I could have in the last role. And I am just a very ambitious person by nature. I am a newly self-identified Slytherin, whereas before I thought I was a Ravenclaw. But I really am just this very ambitious person. I want to grow, I want to accomplish, I want to stretch. And so that promotion then launched me into thinking about, oh my God, all these other areas of my life. And so I was on the beach in Aruba, and I was like, you know what? Living at home is just not cutting it for me anymore. There are rational and very irrational, there are valid and invalid reasons for why I want to leave. But for any of you that are doing the same thing and you're boomeranging back home after college and you're living with your parents but having this new work life, feels great to be with your family on one hand. But on the other hand, it feels like you're not tapping into like the social life that you need. I haven't made that many new friends, and I think I just need to jump into a new city. It's hindering my dating life too, because I don't meet that many young people down here. Not that I'm itching to get into another relationship, but it would be fun to at least see like the options that are out there. So there's a social life aspect of wanting to be in a big young city like San Francisco. There's the professional aspect where I literally just can't stay late at work right now. If I stay past 7 o'clock, it'll take me an hour longer to get home because the train schedule just becomes a longer trip as the day goes by. So right now I can't work late. Not that there are a ton of opportunities where I need to stay late, but that could even mean going to dinner with a coworker, going to dinner with a friend, happy hour, like going to events in the city for young professionals at 8 p.m., like networking events, anything like that. I have to say no like 9 out of 10 times, which is hindering my professional career. I also just feel like brand-wise, and maybe this is petty, I just cringe a little bit every time someone asks me, oh, like, where are you living? And I say, oh, blah, blah, blah. Then they ask something to the effect of like, who do you live with? Or how do you afford that? And I have to answer, my parents. Love my parents, they're pretty good roommates, but this ages me down. I am 23 years old in the workplace, and that's pretty dang young. I just have this obsession with feeling older at work, feeling more accomplished, and I think that not living at home would actually help me step out on my own career-wise and feel like I'm on my own ground. And then as the chain of thoughts goes down, I think the next thought is, oh, like, she's not self-sufficient. She doesn't have to deal with a budget like the rest of us do. Like, she is just floating through life. Everything's handed to her. And half of that's true, right? Like, I have been blessed that I have a family here that lets me live with them for a very low amount of money that I have to pay them. Like, that is literally a blessing. Not everyone has that opportunity. I 100% acknowledge my privilege there, and I get it. But all of those change of thoughts just make me feel like, damn, I just need to move out. And it's almost a social pressure as well that's been building up, where people keep asking me, when are you gonna move out? When are you gonna move out? Oh, my friend needs a roommate. Do you wanna do that? So we have the social, professional, brand images, and then there is the hospitality element, which may be unique. I don't know if everyone thinks about this, but the number one way that I travel is staying with friends. I stay with my friend Sandra in Seattle. I've stayed with my friend Brad in Charleston. Stay with my friend Yossi in LA. That is how I travel. Like, I crash on their couch, I'll sleep on their floor, I'll take a spare bed. That's how I travel, and that's how I afford to travel so much, and I've not been repaying those favors. It hasn't been a two-way cycle here. I have hosted people at my family house, but it's just not as comfortable. We don't have your own space. We're not in the city, so there's not much to do around here for visiting guests that want to see San Francisco. So in a large part, maybe this isn't like financially rational, I just want to have my own place so that they can stay with me and I can be a reciprocal host. So boom, 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 boom. Those are my reasons. Judge me for them, whatnot. I just feel like it's been building up over 2 years and I need to act on it. The last part of that being, we all have different relationships with our parents. We just do. My sister also lives at home, so there's that added element. When I was at college, not living with them, I would come home and just treasure the time. Treasure every day I had with them. Be laughing, be reconnecting, just always excited to see them. Not sure if I've said this in the right way, but I think the parent-parental relationship has broken down a little bit. And once I'm in San Francisco, if I come home, once a month, those will be great weekends where I genuinely spend the quality time, versus right now there's not that much quality time because it kind of feels like we're hanging out all the time when we're not. But to be real, actually, I heard this the other day where I was watching the Aziz Ansari comedy special, which is a weird one. I'm curious to see your thoughts. Just the way it was filmed and the feel of it just felt kind of odd. So let me know if you've seen it and what you thought in the comments. But he said, how many times are we gonna see our parents more in our lifetime? If you're 25, for example, and you live to 75, just for example, like 50 years, that'd be a great life to live that long. 50 years, and you live far away, you live on the East Coast, your parents on the West Coast. You probably see them twice a year, right? You see them like a summer break, maybe you make it home for a Christmas break or a holiday break or a winter break. So you have like 2 times a year you see them every year, pretty consistently, and you multiply that by 50 years of your lifespan, you will only see them 100 more times. And that thought literally horrified me. That's why I've been so grateful to have their time over the last 2 years. But there is limited amount of time with your parents and with your family, and so that is one thing I'm going to miss, is just having all of that time to connect. But I'll come home a bunch during the month. So, all this is to say, I have not found an apartment yet. I am looking. I'm toying with the idea of making a video about my apartment search. I'm seeing some places tomorrow. So I'm not gonna talk about the actual hunt process in this video because it is long enough, but this might happen next month, it might happen in 3 months. I am giving myself time to find the right place and not rush into it. So there is going to be a bountiful, flowing amount of content very soon because I'll have 2 hours back in my day. With commuting, I won't have to spend that time anymore, so this is just a big plus for all of us, except for the fact that I'm gonna have to pay a lot more rent, but it is worth it. So I wanna hear from you. Are any of you considering moving? If you could move any place, where would you move? If it's the same place you live right now, let me know. I just wanna see if everyone's in the same mindset right now, if we're all shifting and wanting to grow and learn and change, or if it is just me and my crazy self. So ask me questions about the move. Let me know what videos you'd want on it. Otherwise, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching, and Katherout.